Big difference, number one, it's seasonal. So if you're gonna do UPS PVD, and it stands for personal vehicle driver, use your own car. So it's only temporary. With Amazon Flex, it's year round. So that's already a big difference. So you're not going to be able to do the UPS PVD throughout the year. As far as pay, what's the difference in pay? So let's get right down to it. So in my market, UPS PVD, it's $23 an hour plus time and a half if you qualify for it, and then it's 62 cents a mile. The past week or so, I've been averaging at least 7 to 9 hours a day as the volume has ramped up. So big difference between PVD and Flex is PVD gives you more consistent hours. You're going to be able to rake in the hours during this time, especially if you're in a high volume market, major city. You're going to get plenty of hours. In fact, today I finished 8 hours and they asked if I wanted to do more work. I politely declined as I'm good. I got to take care of some other things at home. But if you get in the PVD program in a major city, you'll have plenty of hours. You'll be doing time and a half, overtime. If you want it, it's there. If you got the hustle, if you want to grind it out, just get as many hours as possible, you can do it. So that's a huge difference. With Amazon Flex, it's very competitive, especially in a busy area like where I'm at, and you can't depend on it for full time. At least I can't, in my experience. Now, Amazon Flex does pay more per hour, in my experience, because I'm just doing groceries with Whole Foods with the Flex program, and that gives you tips. So on average, the Amazon Flex shift is about 2 hours if you're doing groceries, and I can make anywhere from $65 to $100 including tips. So per hour, it's better than UPS PVD, but you don't get as many hours. So that's why UPS PVD right now, at this time of the season, it's my first priority. I'm doing all PVD, as many hours as possible, and then on my downtime, I can fit in the Amazon Flex. So that's the second big difference, is hours. It's a lot. You're going to get way more hours with UPS PVD, and depending on your market, it could be anywhere from 23. I've seen as high as 32 an hour for PVD. So check your local market. It's different. So that's the second big difference. Third big difference with comparing PVD, UPS to Amazon Flex is the amount of stops. Now, remember, for Amazon Flex, I'm just talking about groceries. I don't do packages with Amazon. So with the groceries, with Amazon Flex, if you're just going to focus on Whole Foods and pantry items and the grocery part of it, in my experience, it's anywhere from 8 to 12 stops, and anywhere from 5 to like 12 bags total. So with Amazon Flex, it's less stops, but more packages per stop, if that makes sense. Versus UPS PVD, it's more stops and less packages per stop. Like, for example, with UPS PVD, I'm averaging anywhere from 70 to 100 stops per shift. That's a lot. Versus in Amazon Flex shift, it's only 2 hours and I only have about 10 stops. And I can easily do that in 2 hours, sometimes even an hour and a half on the flex side. So per hour, I make more on Amazon Flex. The problem is there's not enough blocks or shifts to go around. It's very competitive. It's hard to get shifts. Just can't depend on it. That's why right now I'm going hardcore with the UPS PVD. I'm riding it out till middle of January. Then come January, I'm gonna focus more on Flex and then Roadie. And then I'll make another video on my experience with Roadie, and then I'll do a comparison Roadie to UPS and Amazon. So we talked about that. So the third difference is with UPS, you're doing more stops, more in and out of your car. So depending on your route, at least on my route, some of these homes have long driveways, and I do a lot of walking. I mean, I'm easily doing over 5 miles, if not more. So that's another big difference. What's the other difference is guaranteed shifts. That's a huge difference. With Amazon Flex, it's gig on demand. So when if you're doing Amazon Flex, unless you have something pre-scheduled or pre-booked and you're doing an instant offer, if you don't have anything lined up, you're hoping that something comes in and you can be quick and get that shift. Versus with Amazon or UPS, I'm locked in Monday through Saturday. So they're giving me 6 days a week, anywhere from 7 to 10 hours a day, depending on how long it takes me to complete my shift. So that's the fourth big difference is with Amazon Flex. Inconsistent hours. You don't know how many hours you're going to be working. The shifts are harder to come by in competitive markets compared to UPS. You're locked in because it's the busy season, so you're a seasonal employee, so there's so many hours that you can get. So it's more dependable and you can bank on those hours. So that's a huge difference. So that's the fourth one. So let's think of a fifth one. What's the big difference? The fifth difference is with Amazon, or I keep confusing Amazon and UPS. So the fifth big difference between Amazon Flex and UPS PVD is UPS PVD, they pay you per mile on top of your hourly. That's pretty cool because a lot of these gig apps, including Amazon Flex, do not compensate you for mileage. So in my market, I'm getting 62 cents a mile on top of my hourly and on top of any time and a half I may get. So 62 cents a mile, that's pretty good. That adds up, that helps. So that's really cool. So that's a huge difference, a huge advantage with the UPS PVD.